Imagine being stuck on a plane for what feels like an eternity. Your throat parched and your nerves frayed, all because the drink cart ran dry hours ago. I've been there, and that's exactly why I want to share a few hard-earned lessons from my own travels and from my flight attendant friends. These are simple, practical tips to help you feel more in control and a little less anxious on your next flight. The first and biggest mistake I see, and one I've made myself more times than I care to admit, is forgetting to bring water. You are absolutely allowed to bring an empty bottle through security and fill it up at a fountain, or even buy a bottle at the airport to carry on. On one particularly grueling trip, I went nearly 10 hours without water because the flight attendants ran out. It was a perfect storm of a diverted flight and long delays, and it taught me to never assume water will be available. A quick tip on that, some international airlines can be strict about bottles hanging on the outside of your backpack, so just be prepared to tuck it inside if needed. This leads me to the second mistake, not being prepared for the unexpected. That same diverted flight showed me how crucial it is to have a small snack tucked away. We were stuck on the tarmac for hours, and while we were eventually let off in New Orleans to find food, the lines were so long I skipped getting a drink, assuming I'd get one back on the plane. I was wrong. A simple granola bar or a bag of nuts can be a real sanity saver when plans go sideways. If you know flying makes you genuinely anxious, the third mistake is not seeking help beforehand. Talk to your doctor. They can provide options, perhaps even medication, to have on hand just in case of a mid-flight panic attack. A critical side note on medicine: if you're carrying any prescription, especially a controlled substance or a liquid over 3.4 ounces, you must have the prescription label or a copy with you. This is non-negotiable, both for TSA and for the laws of your destination. Once you're on the plane, don't make the mistake of suffering in silence. A flight attendant friend gave me this golden advice. Tell the crew you're a nervous flyer when you board. It just puts you on their radar. They might be able to move you to a more comfortable seat later on if something opens up. And if you've taken any medication that might make you drowsy, it's a good idea to let them know that too. It helps them look out for you. When that wave of anxiety hits, you need tricks to distract your brain. Forget complicated breathing techniques if they don't work for you. Instead, try ordering a sparkling water. Focus entirely on the feeling of the bubbles in your nose and on your tongue, and try to count them as you swallow. Another fantastic trick from a viewer is to get a bag of Skittles and organize them by color on your tray table. Then count them, then rearrange them. The goal is to give your brain a simple, absorbing task. You can even try writing a sentence backward with your non-dominant hand. It sounds silly, but it works. A friend of mine who is an airline pilot has some stern but vital advice. Always keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated, no exceptions. He also has a very strong opinion about people who take videos during an emergency evacuation. Don't. It slows you down and endangers everyone behind you. In a real emergency, your only job is to get off the plane as quickly as possible. Finally, a huge mistake is showing up to the airport already stressed. Avoid this by actually reading the emails from your airline and using their app. Check in online, look at an airport map beforehand, and use the TSA website's "What Can I Bring?" feature to avoid any surprises at security. Give yourself the gift of time by arriving early. I know flying can be scary, but please know you are not alone. So many people feel this way and still travel successfully. I truly hope these tips help you on your next journey. And if you're still watching, I'd be honored to pray for you. If you're feeling anxious, leave a prayer request in the comments below.